So, und willkommen zu einer neuen Folge von Call of Cthulhu. Wir sind hier in der Riverside Institut und werden sehen, was da vor sich geht. Ja, ich kann da lesen, Kapitel 8, Riverside Institut. Moment schnell. Das ist das Kabel hier. So. In der namenlosen Buchhandlung verfolgte Pierce die Spur eines versuchten Einbruchs. Er entdeckte, dass Charles Hawkins hinter dem Einbruch steckte. Pierce öffnete den Tresor des Buchhändlers und fand, was dieser und Sarah Hawkins darin aufbewahrt hatten. Ein in Menschenhaut gebundenes Buch lag im Tresor und zog den Detektiv unwiderstehlich an. Als er es öffnete, wurde sein Geist in einem anderen Körper projiziert. Also sind wir jetzt in einem anderen Körper drin.
Dr. Colden, this man's condition is deteriorating.
What says Dr. Fuller? It's his patient, after all.
He's busy with Captain Fitzroy. He specifically asked us not to bother him when that's the case.
Oh, of course. I'll see what I can do. Mr. Blake, can you hear me? I'm Dr. Colden. We'll take care of you.
There's nothing we can do. I tried talking to him. He's catatonic.
What can you tell me about him?
He was highly agitated an hour ago. We were about to tie him down when he fell asleep. 10 minutes ago, he curled up into a fetal position. I thought he was waking up, but no.
Aha, sind ja so diese Mary Colton, wie die heißt.
Show me his file.
That's not possible.
Don't tell me Dr. Fuller has taken this file as well. We need it.
That's why I called you. This man's ailment has been hidden from us.
Come on now. What was he treated for?
An intoxication, I was told. After inhaling chemicals.
I don't recognize him. Did he just arrive on the island?
He said he worked on the docks, but not with Captain Fitzroy. I think he works for Miss Baker.
Who?
You know, the woman at the head of their gang. They call her Cat.
Oh, I see.
Do you have other questions?
Na gut.
What are his symptoms?
His temperature has been going down, his skin losing its color, his body rigid. I closed his eyes myself. They were glassing over. I didn't want them to dry out, and I couldn't bear to look at the expression on his face.
You did well. Don't worry. Let's stay professional, if you will. That'll do for the time being.
Any idea what this man might be undergoing?
Very well. I'll examine him. Severe malnutrition. Swollen abdomen with traces of petechia. Doesn't seem like an edema. Slight protuberances seem to indicate the presence of a foreign body.
Okay.
His skin shows abnormal loss of color and seems dried out. He's totally dehydrated. His fingertips and toes seem to feature a slight ring under the skin, tender at the touch, slightly sticky.
Hört sich ja gar nicht gut an.
30-year-old subject, severe hypothermia, erythematous papules around the eyes and eardrums, necrosed palpebral tissue. Lord, this smell.
So,
what's this
Doctor,
smell?
an opinion?
I'm not sure I have the necessary knowledge to treat this man.
Don't say that. You're our most worthy doctor after Dr. Fuller.
Some of his symptoms are beyond my comprehension.
What did you find?
Did you examine his abdomen? It would seem there's something inside.
He hasn't eaten in days. Are you certain it's not an edema?
No. Can't you recognize an edema? Pushing with your finger won't leave a trace. And look at these bumps.
It's not like he could be pregnant.
Whatever it is, This man has something inside him that shouldn't be there. We should operate on him at once.
Dr. Fuller said not to worry, that the edema would go away by itself.
You know, I'm not sure Dr. Fuller is telling the truth. In spite of the muscle contractions, his arms seem limp.
Yes. They can't have decalcified, not at this rate.
And yet, if there is a bone in this arm, it's softer than that of a newborn baby. What about his cranium?
It's soft at the touch. It does seem like the skull of a baby.
Look at these sticky rings growing at his fingertips. What can be happening?
I'm sure you'll find an explanation. You have to.
I see signs of hypodermoclysis, but he's still dehydrated. When was his last IV?
He's constantly under perfusion. I've even gone beyond the recommended dose to no avail. And you won't believe me, but when we bathed him earlier...
He seemed to feel better?
Yes. Like he needs an aquarium, not a perfusion. But that doesn't explain his condition.
Der wird langsam zum Fisch. Hä?
I almost don't believe it myself, but these symptoms are not those usually associated with the human species.
What do you mean? Don't tell me you believe in extraterrestrials.
No. This poor man is from our world, all right. But his body is undergoing unnatural mutations, and this transformation is killing him. His body simply can't cope.
Where could he have gotten such an infection?
I pray that it's not here.
Dr. Colden, may I know what you're doing to my patient?
What I'm doing? How about what you've done to him?
Let us calm down, my dear Marie. I don't appreciate your tone, nor your insinuations. I've done to him what I do to all my patients. Provide him with the best available care.
Klar.
Your imagination is without limit. It's your homemade drug again, is it not? Those people are not your guinea pigs.
There, there. What have you seen to put you in such a state?
His limbs? His body temperature? I don't know what experiments you've undertaken, but this is going too far.
Oh, I sense some excitement beneath your indignation. Could it be you wish to join me in my scientific endeavors?
You are a brilliant physician, Dr. Fuller, but this man has the attributes of some kind of animal.
Fascinating. An animal, you say? Could you be more precise? Cephalopod, perhaps?
This amuses you.
Your reaction does. I know your thirst for knowledge, Doctor. It's your innocent worries for this man that have you overreacting.
For this man, and the others whose medical files you've been hiding.
I have to protect my discovery. These people owe me their life, but the world isn't ready yet. It will be, in time.
I will not let you do this.
You disappoint me, Marie, but I still have hope you'll one day share my point of view. In the meantime, take care of your own patients and try not to forget who you're dealing with.
Was that a threat? What did he mean?
It was a warning. Dr. Fuller is this institution's founder and one of our profession's most influential voices. My word is of no weight against his. If I continue to protest, I will only ruin my reputation and career.
It's scandalous. Can't we do anything? Is there no evidence of his crimes?
Oh, that evidence exists. I'm sure of it. I need to find the missing medical files.
And where would you find those? In his office? What if you get caught?
I'd rather not think about that. I'm counting on your discretion.
Of course, Doctor. You can count on me. I'll keep Mum.
Sonst landest du auch noch im Grab. Ja, schauen wir uns mal hier ein
An
bisschen.
unknown medicine. Judging by the other ones, it causes heavy side effects. Chronic insomnia. Like half the island.
Haben wir den Typ nicht auf der Insel gesehen da am Anfang? Irgendwo? Weiß nicht mehr. Gut, was haben wir hier?
Hay fever. What's he doing here?
Das hab ich noch nie gehört. Das ist eine Art Allergie gegen Heu oder? Nee. Ich glaube, das heißt
Doctor, please. My chest. Oh.
Kommt das Alien raus oder was?
His perfusion of a semi-physiological solution doesn't seem to work. He's undergoing a ventricular fibrillation.
Ja, und jetzt?
Nurse? Deborah, come and help me, please. His potassium level is too high. Replace it with 2% glucose solution with insulin, calcium, and sodium bicarbonate.
I'll tend to it right away.
Thank you. He's in your hands.
Gut.
Ah, the whaling station. What's wrong with me?
What are you talking about?
Doctor, that you?
Yes, it's Dr. Colden. Tell me what happened.
It's the old whaling station. See?
What did you see there?
Nothing at all. The floor was all rotten and I fell straight through.
And that's how you broke your back.
Perhaps. No idea. Passed out. I'll just sleep a bit more.
Ist nicht einer der Wache da beim Lager gewesen?
He broke his back in an accident down by the docks.
Was ist mit dir los?
She recently came back from the surgical block. She's stable. Given her file, a nephrectomy would have been inevitable. But Fuller was able to save her kidney.
Hier noch was?
What is the boiler room key doing here? The key to the boiler room. Not where I expected to find it.
Ja, kann ich ihn nicht nehmen. Bist du, Kollege? Ja, du rüst dich nur ein bisschen aus, ne? Du auch.
Dr. Colden, here you are at last. This patient was again brought up to the psychiatric wing. We've been following the treatment you prescribed, but the dysgeusia persists and he's lost a great deal of weight. We haven't been able to move him. The stress makes him hyperallergic.
Sir, I am going to examine you. Do you understand? Inject him with a dose of pentobarbital, intramuscular, so that I can conduct the clinical examination. He bit his lips so much, they're still bleeding. White froth, evidently because of such drooling.
Ja, nu? Ah,
His binds left bloody wounds.
So, Doctor, what should we do with this patient?
You did good work. The tranquilizer is kicked in. Now you can disinfect and bandage his wounds.
Thank you, Doctor. And as to his weight loss?
I'll prescribe an antifungal treatment for his dysgeusia. In the meantime, feed him intravenously.
It'll be done.
ja, hoffentlich machen wir das so richtig, ja? Nicht, dass wir ihm noch mehr Schaden statt helfen. Sind wir jetzt schon gewesen?
Mrs. Sanders?
Ah, das ist Mrs. Sanders.
Why did nobody tell me about her admission?
In der Akte wird der Zustand beschrieben, in dem Irene Sanders in Riverside Institute eingeliefert wurde, sowie die verabreichten Behandlungen. Fuller fügte handschriftlich eine Notiz hinzu. Er empfiehlt sie, in den psychiatrischen Flügel zu verlegen, um ihr die Ruhe und Erholung zu geben, die sie benötigt. Aha, klar. Ich glaube, da waren wir schon, ne? Das ist ein Rennen. Ja, gehen wir mal hier schauen. Hallo?
Gentlemen, may I help you?
We're waiting on news regarding our mother, Maureen Harding. She came in with a kidney problem, but we haven't heard anything since.
I've tended to her, and I have good news. Her blood analysis is reassuring. Her kidneys are as new.
Are you talking about the same person? This is miraculous.
She's still recovering, but you may speak to her upon her awakening.
Oh, thank you so much, Doctor. We'll wait for her to wake up. We've been here since this morning, so it won't make a difference.
Kitchen. Ja, gucken wir gleich mal. Na,
Watch out for the water, Doctor.
No, you're pulling my leg. I'm not joking. I saw the schedule. She's alone in the bathroom again. And she still says nothing to that old witch, Donovan?
Medizinkunde, geheime Wissenschaften. Dieses höchst interessante Buch, das für ein breites Publikum geschrieben wurde, zeigt, wie nicht anerkannte Wissenschaften die moderne Medizin beeinflusst haben. Magnetismus, überlieferte Geheimnisse, chinesische Akupunktur, Hypnose, Kräuterkunde, Alchemie und viele andere haben zu Beginn des Jahrhunderts in gewisser Weise die Medizinkunde bereichert.
Listen to the way you
Okay.
talk, you naughty girl.
Was redet die da?
And the answer is no. You can imagine that she doesn't dare say a thing. That silly goose lets herself be trodden on.
Oh, well, at least we won't have to clean for a while.
And just wait and see the next time the water's cut off. It's a real show.
Hey, Moment. Da kommen wir hier hin.
Everybody says it. She's a witch, an old hag. I didn't make this up. And I'm the one who pays.
It's temperamental, if I understand correctly.
It's so unfair.
Hallo?
Elizabeth? You all right? Why is this room in such a state?
Because, as always, I'm cleaning it by myself. And the water was once again shut off this morning. I had to bother Mrs. Donovan again, giving her a new excuse to belittle me.
Do you really need Mrs. Donovan to open a valve? Why not ask the janitor?
I can't make these decisions without her approval. Imagine if there were a leak. Anyhow, the boiler room is locked half the time. So every time the water gets shut off, I have to go and endure her reproach until she's settled the problem.
I see. Courage, Elizabeth.
Thank you, Doctor.
Muss wir sicher noch was machen. Ne? Ja, warte, ich will trotzdem jetzt mal zuerst da reingehen.
We're running out of this medicine.
I know, Doctor. We sent the purchase order, though, but Mrs. Donovan refused it.
Once again.
Can't you do anything?
Donovan takes her instructions directly from Dr. Fuller. I'm afraid I can do nothing about it for the moment.
Was ist denn diese Donner?
We've been waiting to be restocked for weeks.
Noch eins. L'uomo delinquente. Diese pseudowissenschaftliche Abhandlung von Cesar Lombroso setzt die Morphologie eines Menschen im Kontext zu dessen krimineller Veranlagung. Die Ernsthaftigkeit der Studie und die Genauigkeit der Demonstration können einen uninformierten Leser täuschen. Schön. Also wir haben nichts mehr. Na, gehen wir mal in die Küche rein, ne?
Patients and hospital personnel eat the same food.
Nö. Sieht ja lecker aus. Nicht gleich eine Keule voll. Eine Kelle, meine ich, Keule. Kann mich nicht verstecken, das ist gut. Muss ich nicht wieder Versteckspiele machen, hoffentlich. Ja, sind wir hier? Da sind wir gerade gekommen, ja. Gut, jetzt eine Menge Zeugs zum Angucken, ne?
Dr. Colden,
Ja.
do you want something?
Nein, will nichts von dir.
It's a quiet little town. Days go by, steady as ever. I wanted more for myself, but
Nee, geh noch nicht raus.
I don't get why they have us waiting so long. Almost no patients here.
Da ist er, unser
Ethan.
Kollege da.
Marie,
What are you doing here?
I'm waiting for my medication, of course. Why?
You know you can't trust Fuller.
I know, but he isn't the only doctor here.
Yes, but since he treated your injuries, he is your referring doctor now.
You're right. I shouldn't take the risk.
Nothing would be prescribed to you that hasn't been approved by him.
But I really need the treatment.
What are you suffering from?
I have nightmares. They keep me awake every night. It seems stupid, I know, but they're terrible.
Actually, you're not the only one.
No. No one has ever seen the things I see. It's like I'm turning mad.
So many people have this affliction. It's like an epidemic.
Do you think it might be related to Fuller's work?
I don't know yet, but I will figure all this out. Everyone in Darkwater is suffering from nightmares.
Really?
We don't have any medication left.
Oh. There's no excuse then. I should let you work.
Take care, Ethan.
You too, Marie.
Die sind, glaube ich, Geschwister, oder?
I don't get why they have us waiting so long. Almost no
Where did my
patients here.
fiancée go? I hope those nutcases will stop burdening her with work.
Was immer du sagst.
Sorry, but nobody can take anything until I finish the inventory. Please, the fewer interruptions there are, the faster I'll be finished.
Ja, ist ja gut. Dumme Zicke. Der hier? Aha. Kann ich hier einfach überall rumlaufen, niemand sagt das. So gut, ja?
In theory, this is where we hang the key to the boiler room. Dr. Fuller always keeps his key with him.
Thank you for your help, Doctor.
Thank you. I'll be going. This man, Edward Pierce, his file is incomplete. What did Fuller do to him?
Krankheiten von Edward Pierce. Die Akte ist unvollständig und Behandlungsdetails sind nicht vermerkt. Die übliche Praxis wurde hier nicht befolgt. Offensichtlich, ja. Was ist denn aber jetzt sein Büro, frage ich mich hier.
The operating room is never accessible after an operation.
Ja, okay. Ah, da ist das Büro, glaube ich. Geh noch mal da reingucken zuerst. Noch so ein Buch. Das Nachschlagewerk der medizinischen Wissenschaften. Wie ein Wörterbuch behandelt dieses Werk in alphabetischer Reihenfolge alle bekannten und praktizierenden medizinischen Wissenschaften. Für jede der Einträge sind die Hauptwerke und die zuständigen Behörden eingeführt. Ja, interessant, oder auch nicht. Was haben wir hier noch? Komischer Raum.
I have little time for you, Doctor. You'll find out that it's not only the doctors who have things to do. Wait a minute. Where do you think you're going? Dr. Colden.
Mrs. Donovan.
Nobody goes into Dr. Fuller's office. But rest assured, I'll tell him you came by.
That won't be necessary. Thank you.
I will tell him, nonetheless.
Ja, sehr gut, dumme Schnut. Alter. Muss die Donnermann ablenken. Das Wasser abstellen, ob ich doch da reinkomme.
The door to the boiler room is locked. Where did I see that key? Ah, yes. The office in Block B.
Everybody says it.
B.
She's a witch, an old hag. I didn't make this up. And I'm the one who pays. What a pest. It's so unfair.
Ist nicht hier? Nee. Nein, es war nicht hier.
Wait a minute. Where do you think you're going?
Nein, wollte gar nicht.
Dr. Colden.
Ja, ja.
Mrs. Donovan.
Nobody get rest.
That won't.
I will.
Hey.
Let's hope I can go through the administration office.
Schlüssel waren doch innen oder hinten, soviel ich weiß. Nee, nicht da. Waren die schon wieder?
The answers must be hidden in Fuller's office.
Everybody says it. She's a witch, an old hag. I didn't make this up. And I'm the one who pays. What a pest. It's so unfair.
Warte mal. Von vorne. Oh, das ist schon wieder. Ah, da ist noch was.
The doses prescribed by Fuller are far too high.
Ein Rezept für Barbiturate ausgestellt von Dr. Fuller. Ah, hier. Da. Ja.
The key to the boiler room.
Gut, gut, gut.
All I have to do is shut off the water and hope Donovan takes the bait.
Boilerraum, Küche, Storage, Bathroom, Administration. Da. Gut, gut. Ist noch was? Nein. Okay. Machen wir das mal. Gott.
I can't shut this with my bare hands. I need a tool.
Toll. Hier kannst du nichts nehmen? Nee. Finden wir jetzt ein Tool. Irgendwo muss ja noch was sein.
Another insomniac. I should find the cause for such a widespread trouble.
Irgendwo müssen wir noch ein Werkzeug finden. Wo? Was hier ist? Ah, guck doch. ist doch das, was ich brauche, ne? Sehr gut. Ab wieder in den Boilerraum. War der schon wieder? Der war hier, glaube ich. Ja. Gut, gut, gut.
I feel guilty about Elizabeth, but I need the diversion.
Jetzt geht sie. Na? Elizabeth. Ah. Die da am Bad, hä? Hier. Glaub ich, oder?
Dr. Colden, might there be a problem with the water?
I was about to mention it. It seems it's been cut off yet again.
I can't take this, Marie. I feel I'm gonna burst.
It's not your fault if we have defective plumbing.
And yet, I'm the one who gets punished because I'm gonna have to square off with that annoying old witch. Courage, Elizabeth. Here we go. And hold your tongue this time.
Gut, gut. Wo läuft jetzt hin? Ist das ein langen Weg oder was? Ah, nee.
Mrs. Donovan?
I'm busy.
I'm
Elizabeth,
busy.
isn't it?
Yes, ma'am. But it's about the water.
What now?
It's off. It's not my fault.
Nothing is ever your fault. I told you to control the flow, even if I know it's not your strong point.
I've apologized 1,000 times.
I haven't counted that many, but then unlike you, I don't have time to keep track.
Please, Mrs. Donovan. I'm grateful to you for having kept me on despite that incident. I just need the water to be put back on. Otherwise, the bathroom will quickly become a nest of germs.
Very well. I'll finish what I'm doing, and then I'll fix your blunders once more.
Thank you, ma'am.
Out of my sight, go chatter with your colleagues. That's what you do best.
Ja gut, das würde ich ja machen. Wenn sie mir das befiehlt. Ja, wo geht die jetzt? Kann jetzt einfach rein? Oder ist das Full House? Nee, das ist gar nicht Full House. Oder? Was ist denn jetzt dieser Raum? Ah, das ist der da. Da, genau.
At last. The missing files must be hidden here.
Naja, dann suchen wir mal, hä?
The Stendhal syndrome. Of course. This is where Fuller found his diagnosis for Francis Sanders.
Psychologische Studie. Eine Studie über das Stendhal-Syndrom, eine besonders seltene Geisteskrankheit. Betroffene zeigen psychische Störungen aufgrund einer Reizüberflutung, wenn sie Kunstwerken ausgesetzt sind. Aha, interessant. Hier aktuell was. Da auch nichts.
Something is wrong with these masts. It's some sort of puzzle.
Aha. Ja, Moment, muss mal schauen, wie. Kein Hinweis.
Something is wrong with these masts. It's some sort of puzzle. I've unlocked something.
Gut.
Patient
Ja,
files. I was right.
Das ging ja fix. Was? Gespräch mit Sarah Hawkins. Diese Walze war im Büro von Fuller versteckt. Er hat seine Gedanken zu einer der vielen Psychoanalysen aufgezeichnet, die er an Sarah Hawkins vornahm. Gut. Jetzt weiter noch durchsuchen. Das ist gleich so. Grammophon, wenn man es sagt. Wie die heißt.
Conclusions. Session number 17. Patient? Sarah Hawkins. The patient appears to have finally accepted the illusory nature of what she calls the mythos. It goes without saying that these peculiar delusions are the price that comes with her exceptional gifts.
Ja, und nun? Und das alles? Ach so.
Why does Dr. Fuller write psychological reports about Sarah Hawkins?
At first, I presumed that her blood was the key. But I found nothing to explain Mrs. Hawkins' abilities.
The poor souls downstairs are not Fuller's only subjects.
Then James came, irate that Charles was keeping secrets from him. I presume that he will try to break into the basement sooner or later. I am prepared.
Na gut.
Hawkins, Fitzroy, and Fuller. What is the connection between these three?
It is fortunate that I had the presence of mind to set the morgue in the basement. When all the fuss about the Hawkins incident finally comes to an end, I will dispose of her belongings.
So. Ist rausgefunden, was du vorhast.
They must remain hidden in plain sight.
Der Typ ist ein Drecksack, ey. Ja.
Of course. Sarah Hawkins is the connection.
Schuhe. Na, da hat man doch schon im Haus gesehen.
I must go back to the basement.
Okay. Nun, aber wir sind jetzt schon wieder über der Zeit und dann geht es nächstes Mal wieder weiter, wenn es heißt Call of Cthulhu. Ich hoffe, euch hat das Video gefallen und wenn ja, dann bitte lasst ein Like da und ansonsten sehen wir uns in der nächsten Folge wieder. Ich wünsche euch allen noch eine schöne Zeit. Bis zum nächsten Mal. Tschüss.